Jewar is significant because it's not just another airport. It's a long-term aviation hub.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Welcome to this special episode of our podcast. I'm your host Deepika, and today we turn our focus to one of India's most ambitious infrastructure ventures, the Noida International Airport at Jewar. More than just a new aviation hub, Jewar represents a bold national vision, redefining regional connectivity, driving economic growth, and setting new benchmarks in large scale infrastructure development. From innovation financing to execution challenges and long term urban transformation, this project is reshaping how India builds for the future. To help us unpack the scale, significance, and strategy behind this landmark project, we are delighted to be joined by Dr. Naresh Bana, a distinguished expert in infrastructure and development. Dr. Bana will share his insights on why Jewar is a true game changer, the challenges it faces, and the lessons it holds for India's future mega project. Sir, Jewar is often called transformational. What sets this airport apart in India's aviation landscape?
Deepika ji, Jewar is significant because it's not just another airport. It's a long-term aviation hub planned for the next several decades. It's located on the Yamuna Expressway, and which is a fast developing uh, urban area. It is designed to decongest Delhi's airspace and support rapid growth which is seen in this area in passenger and cargo traffic. In phase 1 itself, this airport will have a modern terminal and a nearly 4-kilometer long runway capable of handling around 12 million passengers annually. What is important is the master plan. It allows the airport to expand in phases, eventually adding multiple runways, large cargo zones, MRO facility, and an entire aero city. The project is being developed under a public-private partnership with Zurich Airport as the lead private operator, bringing global operational experience, and they are known to be the best. Sustainability is being built into the design with solar power, water management, and efficient terminal layouts. So, Jewar is not just about capacity, it's about creating a future ready aviation ecosystem for the National Capital Region of India.
That clearly sets the context for why Jewar is more than just another airport. Dr. Bana, a project of this magnitude demands strong financial structuring. How is Jewar being funded and who are the key stakeholders?
Yes, I think that's very important to understand because any project of this magnitude requires a lot of innovation, a lot of learning from the past, and one of the learning has been that the land acquisition for such mega projects always becomes a problem. So this time the government, especially the Uttar Pradesh government, has gone in for creating an umbrella SPV called Noida International Airport Limited. So NIL is owned by other four government entities, that is government of UP itself about 37%, and Noida Authority holding another 37.5%, while Greater Noida Industrial Development Authority and Yamuna Expressway Industrial Development Authority holding 12.5% each. And that is a entirely government owned SPV. Now, what is the job of this SPV is to primarily acquire land and then control the concessionaire thereafter. So, altogether, a total of 4,752 hectare land is being planned for the entire airport district, while 1334 hectare has been acquired and handed over for phase 1 development to Yamuna International Airport Private Limited for development and operations of the Noida International Airport. Additionally, a land parcel of about 55,000 square meters, which is about 5.5 hectares, has also been given to develop the residential facilities for CISF, which will be providing the security. So, important to note is that none of this land, whether it's handed over for phase 1 or subsequent phases, can be sold or mortgaged by the concessionaire. So total land for phase 1 is 1260 crore has been paid for it, and total 4992 crore has been already invested into land acquisition, whereas total land acquisition for entire 5000 hectares which will be there will be for about 20,000 crores eventually. So NIL, the government owned SPV, is the authority, and Yamuna International Airport Private Limited is the concessionaire, while YIAPL is a 100% subsidiary of the Switzerland based Zurich Airport International AG. They are a famous Swiss airport operations company. So you may ask, how does NIL will control this 100% foreign owned entity, which is YIAPL? The provision has been made that NIL will have a golden share, which means the golden share will allow it to have nominate 2 directors on the board of YIAPL and have certain other clauses for veto and reservation of various functions. And that would allow operational control with the government, while dividend management will be totally with the investor, which is the Swiss based entity. As I said, concession period is for 40 years, and total project cost of all phases is about 29,560 crores, roughly equaling to about 3.6 billion US dollars. And you may ask, what is the debt equity, how the finance is being raised? So primary lender is State Bank of India, who have lent to this special purpose company YIAPL in a debt equity ratio of 35 to 65, 65% being the debt. And the total financial close indicates that about 3,725 crores debt has been agreed against an equity participation of 2,005 crores by the Swiss entity. So, what will be the prime mode of earning for this Swiss entity? The primary mode of earning will be passenger services, the airport services, the cargo operations, the MRO hub, the repair and overhaul facilities which will come in, and the retail systems, the large non-aeronautical developments such as hotels, business districts, and logistic hubs. And the key strength of this model, if I may say, is the phase development. The first phase has been focused to get the thing started with about 1 million plus passengers per year, which will eventually develop to about 12 million. And the capital expenditure is linked to traffic growth. You will be happy to note that the Indian infrastructure majors are executing the construction supported by project finance and long-term debt. Overall, risk and rewards are shared. The state enables the ecosystem, and the private operator focuses on efficiency, revenue generation, and global best practices.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure it's a big eye opener for the viewers. It's fascinating to see how strategic financing plays such a critical role in projects of this scale. Dr. Bana, mega projects rarely come without obstacles. What are the major risks and construction challenges in the construction of Jewar Airport?
Very well said, Deepika ji. The challenges are typical of large greenfield infrastructure projects. No matter how much is the planning, the challenges present themselves in different ways. The land acquisition and rehabilitation have been planned very well. But again, there are problems, there have been delays due to some social acceptance or the long term implications of various types. From a technical perspective, the project involves massive earthworks, soil stabilization, utility relocations, and coordination among multiple agencies, contractors, and authorities. Delays in access roads, power supply, or regulatory approvals have impacted timelines and continue to do so. Another important risk is integration. As I said, the airport doesn't operate in isolation. Its success depends on expressways, public transport, logistics infrastructure, whether it's getting ready on time, and often that is being done by different agencies. Different states are there. There is a state of Haryana, state of Delhi in near proximity, which are also equally going to be dependent and using it. Then there is demand risk. Airlines and passengers have to see the advantage in using JR Airport as it becomes operational. These risks are being addressed by the operators through phased commissioning, strong program management, contingency planning, and continuous coordination between public authorities and private partners.
Those challenges truly highlight the complexity behind delivering mega infrastructure projects. So, beyond aviation, how is Jewar expected to reshape urbanization and economic growth across the NCR?
Typically, it's a well known fact that airports are powerful urban magnets, and Jewar may not be an exception. It is expected to drive development along the Yamuna Expressway, attracting logistics hubs, hotels, offices, manufacturing units, and service industries. In fact, this translates directly into jobs, both at the airport and the entire regional economy is going to get activated. It will work like a catalyst. With improved air connectivity, the exports will get a boost. Tourism and high value services will get uh, support, and that was going to contribute higher productivity and GDP growth. In fact, this airport itself will be a major player, the development of this airport in making Uttar Pradesh economy, state economy, and the state GDP to $1 trillion. However, rapid growth also brings responsibility. Without careful planning, urban sprawl and infrastructure stress can follow. That's why land use planning, affordable housing, public transport, and social infrastructure must grow alongside the airport. If managed well, Jewar can anchor a balanced aerotropolis spreading right up to Agra. It could be the one that combines economic growth with livability and inclusion rather than unplanned expansion, which we see at most of the places.
That perspective really shows how an airport can become a catalyst for regional transformation. Dr. Bana, connectivity is critical to success. How strategically positioned is Xavier in terms of road, rail, and regional access?
Deepika ji, Jewar is very strategically planned. In fact, connectivity is central to this airport's vision. Road access already exists via the Yamuna Expressway, with dedicated transport hubs planned for buses and taxis. Metro and regional rail links are planned and under construction to integrate the airport into the wider National Capital Region network. Cargo is where Jewar has huge potential. It is proximity to industrial clusters which makes it ideal for time sensitive goods, perishable and e-commerce items. Dedicated cargo terminals, bonded warehouses, and cold chain facilities are part of the plan. But infrastructure alone is not enough. It has to be supported with smooth custom processes, efficient logistic parks, airline incentives. All that must align to attract cargo traffic right from first inauguration itself. If multimodal integration is executed well, Jewar can certainly reduce logistic costs, improve supply chain efficiency, and strengthen India's position in the global trade.
Connectivity clearly seems to be the backbone of Jewar's long term success. Looking ahead, what key lessons can India draw from Jewar's planning and progress so far?
Very well articulated. Lessons have to be seen in every project which comes up.
Yeah.
And what we see here is some very practical lessons. First, the phase development is the need of develop such kind of development. It allows early operations while expansion continues. Second, the coordination between various agencies is crucial. Many delays occur at interfaces and not on the construction sites. Thirdly, the community engagement must be continuous and transparent. Social trust in such big projects is important as technical execution. And fourthly, the planners must allow for uncertainty in soil conditions, approvals, and market demand, and then build in buffers to handle any uncertain outcome. Most importantly, the airports must be planned as economic ecosystems, not standalone assets. Integrating land use, logistics, skills, and sustainability from day one improves long term outcomes. So, overall, Jewar shows that successful infrastructure is not just about concrete and steel, but about governance, planning, discipline, and public confidence.
Those lessons offer valuable guidance for shaping India's future infrastructure journey. Dr. Bana, thank you for sharing such insightful perspectives for understanding why the Noida International Airport at Jewar is a landmark aviation project to explore its financing model, construction challenges, connectivity, and its power to reshape urbanization and economic growth in the NCR. Today's discussion has truly highlighted the vision and depth behind this development. On behalf of our listeners, thank you once again, Dr. Bana, for your valuable expertise, and thank you, our audience, for tuning in. I'm Deepika Upadhyay signing off. Stay connected for more engaging conversations on the project and ideas shaping India's future. Namaste.
Namaste.